Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Okay. So with Doctor Strange 2 Into the Multiverse of Madness and Moon Knight, I want to talk about the X-Men and why the X-Men in starting from X-Men 1, technically X-Men 1, aka X-Men First Class, and its many sequels and spin-offs and universe. The Fox X-Men universe is crucial to and pivotal to the MCU with the introduction of Egyptian gods and Egyptian gods possessing people, because we gotta have Egyptian gods possessing people and using their people like pawns, I guess. Okay, so first thing is first. X-Men First Class. Great film. Classic film. And I believe it's like 10 years old? Maybe like 10 or 11 years old at this point. But this is, if we're looking at the overall synopsis, right, of this universe, before we get into the actual MCU of it all, this film is one of the crucial points in the X-Men timeline. This film is evidence of proof that the world needs changing. It is pivotal to the entire multiverse. And here's why it is pivotal. Why this movie is so pivotal. Okay, so at the end of X-Men First Class, when Eric goes into the submarine, right, and deals with Shaw, the guy who's responsible for killing his mother right in front of him, shooting his mother. At a really young age. We see that, that mirror, that room full of mirrors. If you look at it, that is the multiverse side of things, showing its head, showing us that this moment in the multiverse, in just one multiverse, in one universe, right, has happened and is crucial to the multiverse. we were always supposed to get that moment where Eric Glancher, aka Magneto, kills Shaw by using the coin that Shaw tried to force him to use by using his ability to move the coin. And that is an inevitable point in time. In any multiverse, that is the inevitable point. That is the absolute point in any multiverse that we have seen or yet to see in the universe, or as the Marvel universes collides. Now, before I get into specifics and go through each timeline, right, each decade, I just want to say, because I'm a huge X-Men fan. I love X-Men. And one of the best scenes in this movie, I know, is because I'm a huge Wolverine fan, is just seeing Wolverine, aka Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine and just telling Magneto, a young Magneto played by what's his name? Can't think of his name. But besides the point of me figuring out his name, his real name, James telling Professor X, young Professor X, Xavier, played by James McAvoy, to go fuck themselves. He's like, he's just in a bar just smoking a cigar, as Wolverine does, and he's like, "Hi, I am Charles. This is Eric. We are," and he's like, he cuts them off, and I believe he cuts them off, and he's like, "Go fuck yourselves," and then just goes back to picking up his cigar and just putting it, and just taking a drag of his cigar like he does, and he's like, "Another." And then he just turns around and he's like, "Yep." And that's that. But seriously, this movie, whether you like the X-Men or haven't read the X-Men or haven't seen all the X-Men movies, trust me, I have seen every X-Men except for New Mutants, but that's besides the point. But the 60s, it mostly focuses on the 1940s and the 60s, because the 40s is where we get to meet the real younger versions of Charles and Magneto and Mystique. Excuse me. And that whole love triangle between those three people. And the 60s is the true turning point between Magneto creating the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, or the Brotherhood of Mutants, and the X-Men. 1962, 1963 is that point. 1963 or 1962 is that crucial point in time where the X-Men and the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants form. Keep that in mind. The 1960s is the real origins of both groups. And the Hellfire Club, even though we have not seen a true 100% form of the Hellfire Club in the Fox X-Men Sam Raimi universe, I guess, is and has always been in the background for quite some time. And this movie, literally, if we're looking at it chronologically and logically and timeline-wise, then you should start with X-Men First Class, because of what it entails for the X-Men as a whole, for the multiverse as a whole, for the MCU moving forward with the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. But I will get to the two Fantastic Four the two Fox Fantastic Fours when I get to them. But for right now, it is the X-Men. Because without the X-Men forming and the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants forming, after taking down Shaw and his crew of the Hellfire Club, then we wouldn't have gotten the X-Men or the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. And X-Men First Class is a prime example of that. Whether we get the exact same actors as their counterparts in the Fox X-Men Sam Raimi universe, if that's what you want to call it, then that is what we are going to do. That is what we are seeing. The formation of different teams. Whether you loved the Fox X-Men Sony, I don't know, Sam Raimi universe, that was almost being established, then go ahead, be my guest. But it all starts with the X-Men First Class. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys so far. Please like, share, subscribe, and have a good day. Thanks. Bye.